What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Let's start this video off with some Tesla cam footage sent in by Bug, where this driver drives straight right through the left turn lane, ends up on the wrong side of the road, and then also ends up in the side of Bug's car. He thinks that this driver was under the influence, which I probably agree with, and this is some footage sent in by someone standing on the side of a road, and the guy just drives off. This ends up being the hit and run, and yeah, just another day in Vancouver. Mark sent in this insanely close call clip where this truck runs the stop sign and almost T-bones this car, and they avoid each other by millimeters, just millimeters. And take a look at the cloud of smoke and dirt and debris that just comes out of the back of the truck. Karma. Up next, we got a bunch of security cam footage clips, starting with this one from Steven, where Steven gets T-boned by a Gordon food delivery truck, and the guy doesn't even notice that he's on the front end of his truck and just pushes him all the way down the street. This is a photo of the aftermath, and yeah, very scary situation for Steven on this one. Then Heinz sent in this one where this is from his friend's house, and his friend's car is on the other side of the road, and out of nowhere, this Tacoma just plows right into the car. Don't you just hate it when those parked cars just come out of nowhere? And again, this is the photo of the aftermath on that one as well. And then lastly, we got this home security footage from Albert, where this driver either has the dog on her passenger seat or on her lap. Either way, the dog ends up jumping onto the steering wheel, and this is what happens. Another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep your dog around you when you're driving. This could happen to you. And then another clip from Albert. Take a look at the silver SUV cutting across two lanes and cutting off two people, of course, and then lastly cutting off a third person by driving right into them. So on first glance, it looks like the driver turning left's at fault, but I actually think it's the driver driving straight. I think they went through this left turn only lane and ended up going straight. So they may be at fault for this one. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And as you can see here, it's not a hit and run. The driver does stop. Here's a driver that has no idea what's going on. This driver is driving the wrong way down the street on a one-way, flicking his high beams at RAV4 as if to get him out of the way, but sorry pal, it doesn't work like that. Simply looking left could have really helped in this situation. Here's another driver that has no idea what's going on. So Daniel sent in this video of this Chevy, and he or she is trying to get into this lane with all these trucks. The thing that they don't know is that these trucks are lined up for the commercial vehicle weighing area, but for whatever reason, this Chevy is adamant on getting in there. So they get in, everything's fine. Then you can see them coming back. They realize, oh, okay, hey, maybe this is not the spot I'm supposed to be at. And then they proceed to drive on the wrong side of the road. This seems all too common in the lower mainland, where you've got a major road such as Kingsway, you got stop signs on either side, and for whatever reason, people think that a stop sign, they see a gap, and they're just going to drive right through, and unfortunately, you end up like situations like this. This driver just needs to wait a few more seconds before making this turn. This video was recorded by yours truly, and this pedestrian almost gets run over by this guy, and he's got the audacity to stare her down as if, how dare you step in front of my vehicle, like, unbelievable. And then up next we got this video from Colton where this police officer is just a little too quick to hit the gas and should have been checking left before proceeding through. And then talk about audacity. Take a look at this truck driving on the wrong side of a road in Kingsway in Port Coquitlam. And no, it's not the Kingsway, like in Burnaby, it's Kingsway Avenue. And so you think, okay, maybe he's going to turn left. I don't know. Not that I'm trying to justify it, but if you zoom in here, no. He just drives the wrong side of the road and then just merges right in with traffic to bypass all of these cars waiting to turn left. I'm definitely not victim blaming here, but whenever you're crossing the street, you got to be super careful because, as we all know, drivers in Vancouver suck, and unfortunately, this cyclist pays the price. They do end up standing up and they look okay, but just a disclaimer again, ladies and gentlemen, be careful when you're crossing the street. All three of these cars almost get an accident, and it's an absolute miracle that no one hits in this situation. I can just imagine what's going through Tom's head. He's probably just enjoying his drive. He didn't see anybody to his left. And all of a sudden, this Lexus out of nowhere almost smashes right into the side of him in broad daylight. So I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking there is no way this clip is recent because October does not look like this nowadays. And I am agreeing with you. This is from a while back. But it's just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is coming up soon. So hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe invest in some winter tires now before winter actually hits us. I know some people don't want to pay for the tow truck, so they'll drive home like this, but any mechanic is going to tell you this is one of the worst things you can do for your car, so just pay the few $100 and don't destroy your vehicle. This pedestrian is just like next level clueless. Fraser actually honks at her here. She glances up right here, as you can see, and then just keeps walking. Just not a care in the world. Sydney sent in this clip, which was hilarious, of his pedestrian who has no idea what's going on. And unfortunately, that seems to be the theme of this video, people not knowing what's going on. And this guy is just a classic example of that. Almost walks right into Sydney's Tesla because he doesn't even notice that they're there. And then Sydney honks like, hey, I'm here. And he has the audacity to flip her the bird. I slow-moed this video for you guys, but this cannot be good for their alignment. Nothing's going to make you poop your pants more than a driver pulling over his shoulder without signaling and cutting you off going over 100 kilometers an hour. Now let's get into some close call head-on clips, starting with this one from Addy, where this guy wants to overtake this driver, and he just drives right into Addy's lane to do so. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you cut over a line even just a few inches and someone is a few inches close to the line, you are going to hit. And then up next, we got this clip of this truck not noticing that he has a red light and just going right through it. Super scary situation for any driver out there. I'm not really sure why here this isn't a double yellow line, but that driver should have used some common sense like, hey, maybe I won't overtake somebody going around a corner. Here's another one of those classic blind leading the blind situations where both these drivers are driving the wrong way down the road. These kind of moves are so common in Vancouver, is unbelievable. And for new drivers, always be aware that this could happen to you at any second. So I can't remember exactly where this was filmed. I believe it's close to the Ninth Street Bridge, but I could be wrong. The big question I have is how long did they drive like this, going the wrong way before they figured it out? We can all see what the problem here is in this video clip. The problem is the driver sees nothing wrong with what's going on in this clip. When I first saw this video clip, I just laughed because it was just so unexpected, because Anonymous has already pulled out into the road quite a bit, and then all of a sudden this Toyota just comes out of nowhere running their red light. Here's another red light runner at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you can see the police officer right on the right-hand side there, and of course, they get lit up. The question I have in this clip is, how did this driver not anticipate any problems by doing this? So there's two fails in this video clip. Let me know if you can spot both of them. So three things here. First of all, this driver cuts off Justin, and he does so going extremely slowly, and that pedestrian almost ended up on his hood. And then lastly, we got a close call clip by Marco where he almost gets hit by this end driver. Just take a few seconds before your lane change because it might save you a few $1,000. All right, so this is the last video of October, which means it's time for the $100 giveaway to black box my car. And for those of you who are looking for dash cams in the next few months for, Black Friday or for Christmas or whatever it is, check out Black Box My Car. I have a promo code to them for 5% off orders over $150. So I'll leave a link in the description below. And without further ado, this month's winner is Michael. So congratulations, Michael, on winning $100 to Black Box My Car. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I got links into the description below to both of those. And if you have any footage you want to send me, you feel free to email it to me at vancouverdrivingvideos@outlook.com. And again, the information is down in the description below.